Well, what do you know? I set the generator to output a signal of 4.5 megahertz, and the readout or the screen says 4.5 megahertz, and I'm in the let's see, in the medium setting of output voltage, 500 microvolts to 500 microvolts maximum, and I'm also setting the attenuator at 1.5 setting, as you can see, and I have the oscilloscope hooked up to the RF output, and when I watch the oscilloscope screen, well, I have pretty much 4.5 megahertz signal on the screen. That's great. So that bodes well for this video generator. It seems like at the end maybe it does work after all, and the guys who sold it were just unsure whether it would work or not. But yeah, it seems to work. At least this 4.5 megahertz signal output here, that seems to work. Let's see what happens if I play around with the attenuation button. So now it's on the setting 1.5. Let's watch the oscilloscope screen. So now I go to the lowest attenuation setting. And it does attenuate the signal. So now let's go up to 2 instead of 1.5. Oh yeah, that definitely pushes up the strength of the signal. If I go to 2.5, it does push it up even more. Okay, let's go to the maximum setting, which is 5. Oh yeah, now it goes way off the scale. Let's see if I reduce the magnification factor. Oh yeah, it was already without magnification. So okay, let's dial it down a little. Let's say 1.5 is nice. So there you go. That frequency modulation signal output works perfectly. Well, I don't know if I could try the 39.75 megahertz, but why not? Let's give it a try. So there you go. Now that's almost 40 megahertz, and indeed on the screen the frequency has increased. So let's now see if we can see the signal shape if I put the time base smaller on the oscilloscope. Ah yeah, there you go. This is supposed to be 45 megahertz, but let's see. Okay, the oscilloscope says the signal output is around about 39.8. Okay, if we watch the screen of the generator, it says 39.75. Pretty close. So let's see if we push up the output frequency to 41.25. Okay, so if I increase the output of the video signal generator to 41 40.25, this happens on the oscilloscope. So indeed, the frequency got higher. Let's see if we can put the cursor around about the peak of the signal. Well, I should say that the oscilloscope as a frequency counter is not extremely accurate, but well, as far as I can tell, the frequency is, according to the oscilloscope, should be 40.5 megahertz. 40.5 megahertz. Let's see if we can get a more accurate measurement. This says it 41.4 megahertz, okay? And the screen says 41.25. Damn, this is really close. So I have I have the impression that at least this part of the video generator works. And well, until I have a frequency counter, I must assume that the output signal is indeed good, that it's a good output signal. Great. Okay, that's perfect. Now I don't know how I have to use these buttons. I don't know exactly what their function is, although I seem to remember Bob from on his YouTube page, who mentioned that these frequencies here are all frequencies that are typically used to modulate a video signal. Well, I'm not an expert, of course, far from it, but I think they might work. But if I press a button, nothing seems to happen. Okay, that's peculiar. And what happens if I push on these buttons? Nothing. And on this button? Nothing. The screen blinks a bit, but that's it. Huh. I can't seem to dial anything either. Well, okay, hang on guys. I'm going to try to find out what these keys do. So give me a moment. I found a reference card, a sort of a quick test card underneath the chassis of the VG91. Well, I should say underneath the lower cover of the video generator. And I tried out several test patterns or test modes, and I also tried this audio test mode. And they say to hook up a speaker. As you can see, it says connect speaker scope or meters to audio output. Yeah, and then confirm proper output levels and low distortion. Yeah, so obviously I can't connect it up to a TV set, but I did try to connect the speaker up to the device. So I set one to mass and I set another to, let's see, the output of the speaker. Let's see, like this, with a metal rod, and it's set to 5 kilohertz. Now let's see, I can set it to, well, let's say 1 kilohertz. That should give a nice low signal from the speaker. But, well, maybe it's because obviously this rod, this small metal rod, doesn't fit all the way into the connector, that I can't hear anything. Unfortunately, I don't have a Kinch plug to test it out. I ordered it, but it still hasn't arrived. So, okay, so apparently no sound output. Fine. Anyway, as far as I can tell, the RF output of the video generator seems to be working. Now, as soon as I have a working NTSC TV or an NTSC TV I need to repair, I'll be able to completely test the pattern generator. I thought that maybe it might also generate markers, but I can't see anything which says marker. So maybe it can't generate markers, maybe it can only generate test patterns and all that. But well, I have another generator which I need to demonstrate and maybe even repair, which is a heat kit marker generator. Anyway, that's something for another time. So the end conclusion is the Sencore video generator seems to be functional. It seems to be working, but I'll only be able to confirm whether it works correctly or not once I can hook it up to a TV set. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed testing and trying out this Sencore VG91 video generator together with me, and well, I hope to give you an update soon once I start repairing one of the TV sets I have lying around and which are NTSC. So that's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll stay tuned for more news coming from my channel. So I'll be seeing you around. Bye bye, guys.